Hey, you. Come here. I want to talk to you about something. A little more intimate now. Here's what I don't understand. Why all the hatred towards Bert Kreischer? I mean, really? Bert? That's who people are frustrated with? Bert Kreischer? I see all these YouTube channels and these clips of people just really hoping for his downfall. Why? Because he's try hard? Man, I wish I tried as hard as he did. I wouldn't be in Schenectady, New York right now. Why? Because he's cringe. So is making a living off of rooting for someone's downfall by simply playing clips of their show and trying to psychoanalyze them. That's cringe. There's a lot of jealousy going on, a lot of envy. But I want to set the record straight on Bert. Bert's not a malicious guy. I don't know him personally, but I do know a lot of his friends. Back in 2008, I worked with two guys that are very good friends with him. It may have been 2009, I don't remember. But they had just put together a pilot where Bert was playing like an albino ape man or a yeti, something like that. It was very funny. And I also know Bert's first roommate, who's a photographer out in L.A. All three of them, unprompted, because Bert wasn't that famous at the time. They're all like, he's got to be the sweetest guy we all know. And you can see it. He wears his heart on his sleeve. Bert's not out there trying to cause pain and suffering. He's out entertaining people. Bert reminds me of the type of kid you'd meet on the playground who goes right up to you and says, "Hi, I'm Bert. I'd like to be your friend." The kind of guy that goes up to the kid who just transferred into that high school, is sitting alone at the lunchroom table, and Bert sits down right next to him and shares his sandwich. I mean, it's so obvious. But people are mad. Okay. Why? Because he's cringe. Well, yeah, you try being on a podcast every day for 8 hours a day, it seems. Yeah, he's overexposed. I get it. But man, all he's done is entertain people. Are there things that I personally would do differently, or it's not really my thing? Of course, I'm a petty, judgmental comic. I don't want to see a grown man topless all the time. But I get it. That's become part of his persona. It's like Larry the Cable Guy with his sleeves cut off and the fish hook on his camo hat. He's giving his audience what they want. But no, nobody's satisfied anymore. And before you say anything, I agree. I can already feel it. So yes, I agree. Bert puts his whole life out there for public consumption, so there is going to be a dissection of that and judgment. But man, I see some of these channels, they put out a video and it gets hundreds of thousands of views. One has 145,000 views. It came out 14 hours ago. And they're all like really negative. Like hardcore negative. I saw one, I don't know Tom Segura. He replaced me at the last Comic Standing doing the audience warm-up. But I do know Christina. I know her pretty well. Before she was even a comic, she used to come to the shows that my friends and I ran at Luna Park. She's super sweet. But I'm seeing videos about them where people are like rooting for them to get a divorce. They have fucking kids together. Why would you want that? Because it's entertaining for you? Because we live in this new reality TV type life where everything has to be put under the microscope? Everything's for our entertainment? What's their big crime? They put out a product that people like and they become wildly successful. Isn't that what all of us want? Isn't that what all of us are trying? They just happen to succeed, so now we have to tear them down. Has Bert ever stolen a joke? Not that I've heard of. Has he ever killed someone? Has he ever been even accused of being inappropriate with a female comic or some fan? No. But it's like we have to crush anybody who makes it. We like to see them rise, and then boom. We have to destroy them. It's not healthy. I've stopped watching those channels. I can't take it anymore. And it's barely any effort. Barely any effort. It's playing a couple clips from two bears in one cave and then putting together a narrative of negativity based on that. It's just... And I know a lot of comics will think, oh, it's not fair. He just got famous because of his friendship with Joe Rogan. They became friends in 2008. Did any of you think that the Joe Rogan Experience was going to be this colossal worldwide hit? I didn't. I certainly don't think that Bert weaseled his way in and he's Nostradamus. He knew this was going to be a hit, so he's like, this will be my ticket. No, comics help each other. That's what I say on this channel. Help each other out. Same thing with Joey Diaz. Joey and Rogan have been friends for probably 25 years. You know how I know it? And by the way, they've stuck with each other through thick and thin. You know how I know? I was in Joey's wedding. I know the type of people they are. We're all flawed. We're all human. We all make mistakes. But you're attacking the mockingbirds of our culture. The people that aren't trying to mess things up. They're just trying to sing. I mean, Bert has made his career himself. Do you think Will Smith is just giving out development deals to comics willy-nilly every year? No, Bert got that on his own. Bert was on various TV shows before he even met Rogan. Hurt Bert, I think he was on that show X or something like that. It was like a talk show on FX. But, yeah, I hope that it calms down. I hope that it stops. Because I don't think anybody realizes how much strain and pressure that puts on a human being. Who in their mind, they're like, I'm flying into people's towns to entertain them. And meanwhile, I go on the internet and it's just people shitting on me constantly. Imagine that for a second. And I'm sure that I'll get some of that on this video. I'm sure there'll be some comics going, oh, you're an ass. Or, oh, you're dick riding. You're just saying this so you'll get brought on one of his tours. No, I don't want to go on one of his tours. I don't live that life anymore. Who's going to watch my dogs? Use your head. There's just a part of me that's always felt like fellow comedians, it's part of a fraternity. We're in this together. Sometimes it's not enough to just be quiet and not badmouth another comic. Sometimes you have to stand up for them and point out to the rest of the people that, hey, if it was so easy for Bert to make it, Why haven't you done it? If it's so easy, if it's such a gimmick... Oh, this stupid thing stopped for a second. If it's such a gimmick to take off your shirt, why didn't anybody else do it? Bert did it, and it's funny because he's overweight. And now he's stuck with it, which is funny to me. So again, be kind to each other. Stick up for each other. Comics stick together. We're supposed to help each other. And you see in those relationships that those comics became famous together. And they helped each other out. I'm sure, like I said, I'll get some backlash for this. But before you tee off on me in the comments, if you're a comic, maybe use that time to write some jokes. Maybe watch another one of my videos and see if there's something I can teach you. I'm not saying I'm a genius, but I've been doing this a long time. Thank you for watching this. And I hope you find one more thing. There's one channel that gets a pass criticizing comics. Because they're funny, really funny. They put in the effort. And it's very, petty to the point where it's comical. And that's Red Bar. And I don't like everything that Mike David does. But him and Jules together, the finest production you'll ever see in a podcast. They run everything themselves. And most of it's just light college pranks. So they will get the okay from me, a guy with 133 subscribers. I'm giving them my okay and my stamp of approval. Everybody else, get back to work. Stop running your mouths. What do you think of the new set? It's not a green screen. I got it at an estate sale a while ago. Probably like 5 years ago. It's just like newspapers on a printout. I don't know. I'm just going to make these long so the runtime or the watch time has to be low because people are like, all right, wrap it up there, Mr. No Cuts in this video. But I don't know. I like this better. I like just talking instead of trying to go by everything I've written down. If it comes out, it comes out. All right, that's it. Thanks.